So it's a sad thing, but I totally messed up. So it's a sad thing, but I totally messed up this first valley here. According to my calculations, we have about a 10-foot radius, starting radius here, and a 10-foot valley, the radius of the valley. And according to that, I should be banking this turn at about 50 degrees. I maybe bank it at about 5 degrees. So what we're going to do is we're going to take from here, that first solid tie on the bottom of the bridge, you go all the way up to that first solid tie on the lift hill, and go back and disconnect the outside rail and shorten it up, and then go ahead and start setting it for the steeper angle, and then we'll have to come back and brace everything. So we're pretty much going to have to completely redo this one side of the rail at a time. All right, so I guess we'll get started. Alright, so we've got our track here, and it is disconnected from this, so obviously if we're going to make this a higher back angle, we're just going to need to shorten the track. So what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and get that cut up there, and go ahead and start laying this out to get our 50 to 55 degree angle back in here, and just start fabricating away. So we're just a little over an hour into our retracking of our curve here, and I've got this part I shimmed it up here. It's right where it comes off of the curve, or right what's coming into the second hill. And I've got that braced the first three right here, and now I'll start doing the half ties because the tracks are uneven. And I've got my angle set right here how I want it, and this one's a little bit high, and this is how I want it. So as we put bracing in between all three of these, we're going to pull this one down a little bit, and I will be using the heat gun to make that happen. Now here we have a negative G, so anything I do to pull it down will actually be unloaded as the cart rolls over it. So probably not a big deal if we have to pull that down a little bit by force, although we can come back and just heat it up with the heat gun and get a lot of that residual stress out. So so far going pretty good. We'll see how it goes in another hour or so. All right, so we're about 4 hours into our valley reconstruction project here, and I've got from here over secured, and I've got this part right here braced, and so we're going to start adding some bracing after lunch here, and get that, and then we'll start continuing on to the other side of the hill, coming from the top of the first peak. So far this has been successful. Much more comfortable with how this is transitioning, and I think it will be a lot better in the long run than especially since it was before. This seems right to me. All right, so we're at the end of the first day of redoing our initial drop, and I must say I'm pretty proud of what we've accomplished. We've got all the ties in secure, and we've got everything braced secure. So tomorrow we will start by joining the pipes at the top, and going in and getting the rest of our ties in, and then start supporting everything. We'll probably end up ripping most of the supports from here up to there out and starting from scratch. So Looking forward to it. All right. Hey, it's day 3 of retracking this first hill. And I must say I'm much happier with it now than I was before. You know, this just looks right. Hopefully we won't need to tweak it anymore, especially when we start, you know, using it for its official purpose. All right, so now what I want to do is actually give it the first walk on and just a little structural test. I'll probably be jumping up and down on this a little bit as I go up. Hey, well, I made it to the top and it held. Very little creaking, about normal for what we've seen. I have no doubts that it'll structurally hold up, so awesome. All right, so in the process of retracking this, one of the major things I did was I actually added another support right here so that as it comes down, it makes this turn, and I must say I'm a lot happier with this. The bracing for the rail ties is a lot farther apart, consistently all the way down, and I'm really thrilled with this. I can also tell there's a lot less creaking on it too, so that's always a good thing. Creaking doesn't give you a warm fuzzy feeling. Now when I'm done with this, I'm actually going to need to take my liquid nails and fill in a lot of the other holes from the where the previous screws went, and then go ahead and grind those down so that I can get a nice smooth flow all the way. So that is one of the downsides of using the same track, but man, I would rather have this track than the track I had before. So the 3 days it took to do this I think was well worth it, and hopefully we never have to touch it again. Hey, we appreciate you watching this video. If you want to know more about building your own roller coaster, please go to www.mentoredengineer.com/rollercoaster.